A very good afternoon to you and welcome to the McCol Mona Yongpyong Open. This is being played right here at the Birch Hill Golf Club layout as Kim Min-sun will get out of the cat box. Let's remind you, of course, that this is 2026 and 2025. It was Ko Ji-yu that won this event with a 23 under, which was a very, very healthy score. And Yoo Hyun-jo finished runner-up with a 21 under. Han Jin-seon and Lim Hee-jong tied for third with 18 under. What will be the state of affairs here today? Well, let's find out. Kim Shi-yoon goes next as she gets on to a second effort for hole number 7. Must remind you, of course, 84 meters. She's got to travel, 52-degree wedge. Let's find out a little bit also about the prize money. Of course, is 1 billion Korean won. And just to give you a little bit on the weather, something that we missed out on for most times, and I always like to play the weatherman whenever I can. So it's 17 degrees Celsius, which is why you'll see a few windbreakers and a few of the ladies, well, playing it a bit cautious, to keep out the chill. Bit of cloudy skies. It's very pleasant to look at currently, but it's normally a setting like this that you'd see at about 4:30 or 5 in the evening, which means skies are a bit cloudier than expected. Kim Min-sun will aim for an on-par finish here. Wind speeds at about 2.1 miles. You can see that flag, well, dancing in the wind. It isn't doing the samba as yet, but it's certainly waltzing back and forth. Well placed there, just past the flagstick for her, but she will end up bogeying that, there's no doubt about it. Here's Choi Jung-won aiming for birdie on hole number 9. Sill aiming for birdie on hole number 6. And that's the way you play it. Just make sure that you get that in. 33 on the out, a bogey, but 4 birdies in there will stand her good. Lee Sung moves ahead with her effort. Well, last year it was such a close competition, and left to be seen this year with a that contest turns out to be just the same. Yoo Hyun-jo goes next. Remember, she was second runner-up last year. 1 under so far, but no mistakes, and I think she's kept it fairly clean for the time being. Roasting Green on to a second effort for hole 7. Remember, it's a par 4 for the asking. 2 under. Min-sun 7 aiming for bogey on hole. always a bit of joy to try and sort things out. Well, that's what I would believe is the mantra here for any of the golfers. Han Jin-seon onto her second effort for hole 9. It's fairly chilly in the morning. I've got to get myself a cup of joe, so I decided to, well, do that now. Normally, I've always said this, I do enjoy the, well, cold brew, well, chilled coffees here, but today I've gone in for a hot, well, cappuccino. Yang Hyo-jin, second effort for hole 9. It's gone in with the 9 iron as well. Kim Shi-yoon will go next. She'll aim for a birdie on hole 7. She's got a windbreaker on too as well with the hoodie. So birdie in there between 3 birdies to nullify the 2 bogeys that she had, and she's finally up to a 1 under. Yoo Jo gets ready to tee off for hole number 7. From the right to tee off. Par 4 for the asking, as we can see. Not too much of a follow through in there, kept it fairly loose on the finish. It's quite interesting. Kim Min-joo, the birdie would have been desirable, but she'll have to wait for it here on hole number 8. We will go next. Very well played, and a birdie for her means she's got 3 under here by hole number 7. Ryo Seung-wi looking very focused. She'll be happy, well, just to get well, things underway. Well, that would have been such a fantastic well, finish. I think she knows it better than anyone else. Jenny Sung aiming for birdie. Didn't have to sweat for that one. She's got 4 birdies and a bogey in there, so it's a 3 under for her. I think she'll be very happy about that. Yang Hyo-jin aiming for birdie on hole number 9. Yang Hyo-jin will be happy with her efforts for the time being. Yongpyong looking at a birdie on hole number 8. We say that just what the doctor ordered. Meanwhile, Yongpyong 2 will aim for birdie on hole 9. Very well played by her. So 6 birdies in there. 30 on the out, 6 under score, very, very healthy. Meanwhile, Bang Chun-sil needs to get out of the rough there on hole number 7. She's gone in with slacks again. I do love to observe what the golfers always wear, the attire. It's such a joy, isn't it? Kim Min-joo looks to finish on par for hole 8. And that's just keeping her well safe and cautious for the time being. Kim Min-sun, second stroke for hole 7. Yongpyong, second stroke for hole 7. Yongpyong will go next. Chun Sung onto a third stroke for hole 8.
클리어는 61이면 클리어죠.
Min-joo onto a second stroke for hole 9. Bang Sil goes next. It's going to be her third effort to get out of the cat box. Bit of a shaky start today for Bang Sil, not her usual confident self. Meanwhile, Kim Shi-yoon looking to turn things around. Hyun Jo goes next. Lee So-young goes next. She's on 2 under currently. It's a third effort for hole 10, 108 meters to cover. She'll have to wait for another opportunity. Kim Min-ju needs to get out of the beach. That's a third effort. I think she's done fairly well to lift herself out, but well, she will have to work towards nailing higher scores. Bang Sil will bogey that, just missing out on a non-par finish. Better to clean it up than wait for anything else. Jenny Sung gaming for birdie on hole 8. It's well played by her. Hyun Jo goes next. She finishes on par for hole 7. Should be a good enough opportunity for Hun Jin Young to aim for birdie, but it's a long distance to cover. Chai Jung-won. Shi-yoon, confident there with that putt, and it's a hat-trick of birdies for her. She's moved up to 2 under after those 2 consecutive bogeys. Very, very nicely done. Just what was needed, you would believe. It's been a bit of a up and down situation for the golfers in the last couple of events, with weather changes and more or less a few challenges here and there, but that's turned around now. Yoo Hyun Jo tees off for hole number 8. She's currently on a 1 under, 468 meters to cover. She's kept a clean sheet for a couple of holes with just 1 birdie in there, and I think she'll be happy about that for the time being. Good carry of 205 meters, a curve of just 16. Kim Min-joo looking to finish on par for hole 9. Very well done there. So Kim Min-joo will finish with a bogey there, 35. Well, on the out, 1 under the score. Seo Yoo-jin aiming for birdie on hole 10. Gentle enough nudge.
나무 오른쪽에 떨어지게. 그냥 안 봐도 될 것 같아.
Yoo Hyun-jo gets ready for a second effort on hole 8. Well played by her. Young 2 looking to finish on par for hole 9. Meanwhile, Choi Chang-won's got a chance for a birdie on hole number 10. Kimmonson 7. Bang Sun-sil on to a second effort. Lee Se-yong goes next. Needs to finish this on par for hole number 10. Very well played by her. Young 2 looking to bogey this. She's 34 on the out, 2 under, 3 birdies in there and just that 1 bogey, which is a bit of a blemish for her, but I think she's got 9 holes more to play for, and there's always time for redemption. Choi Chang-won looking to finish on par for hole 10. She'd like to keep that 3 under intact, and that's exactly what she's done here. Remember, this is a 1 billion Korean won event, and Seo Kyu-rim comes in as the winner of the previous event, which was of course a very, very interesting one. Keeping in mind the fact that she also won the Celtrion Queen's Masters. So she is the golfer in form currently. Could she win another one? Hat-trick of events this year, let's find out. Jun Yi-sung with a second effort.
왼쪽으로 가면 좀 약간 흐르는 게 있어요.
Nicely played by her so far. Kimmonson. It's going to be a third effort for hole number 8. Could really ask for a better effort or a better stroke. Lee Hyun-jo gauging the situation currently. It's going to be a third stroke for hole number 8.
옆으로.
Meanwhile, Ryo Seung-hui is on to hole number 2. Hole number 9, sorry. That's going to be a second effort. Yoo So-yeon. Long Sun-sil, third stroke for hole 8. Kim Min-sol leads the way. She was among, the dew breakers. She's got 7 under as she finished with 65 points. Yoo So-yeon, too, is through her 9th hole. She's with 6 under in second, while Wang Si-xuan and Lee Ji-yoon, 3 are in, tied third. It's going to be an interesting event here because do keep in mind the fact that a lot of golfers have had, their work cut out, for them. And this is a happy scoring ground, keeping in mind the fact that last year's winner, of course, finished with 23 under. The runner-up, Yoo Hyun-jo, finished with 21 under. So it's a very, very interesting, event when you look at it from that viewpoint. Chun Yi-sung needs to get out of the beach on hole number 9. Kim-in-sun. Oh, just a narrow miss for her. So close yet so far. Kim Chi-yoon with the third effort, aiming for birdie. It'll just get past the destination. Bang Chun-sil just looking to get a birdie in there. It's one of those strange things when you talk about Bang Chun-sil. She's always, well, on the move in terms of how she performs and the way she carries out her business. It's always a good thing to watch her in action. Ryo Seung-hui, of course, aiming for birdie on hole 9. Very well played by her. She's got 4 birdies in there, 32 on the out, 4 under her score. Well, she missed out on winning the Heaven Master. She won it last year, missed out on the event this year, but well, she's still gunning for, well, Gloria. Ryo Seung-hui, she's one of those very consistent, hard-working golfers. Hasn't won an event as yet this year, so this could very well be her first if she can keep it steady on the course. Han Jin-seon aiming for birdie on hole 10. Well played by her. Chun Yi-sung. That's a very agonizingly, I'd say, close miss for her. I think she would have liked to have finished it a bit closer. Yoo Se-yoon aiming for birdie on hole 10. Well played by her, kept it very, very steady. Yoo Hyun-jo will aim for birdie on hole 8. Nicely finished. Kim Si-yoon needs to finish the job. You can hear the winds, well, howling actually for a change. Do not hear that too often. So Kim Min Sol still right up there at the top. Yu Sun Yu has caught up with her, and they are both in tied first with 7 under. 8 more holes to play for Seo Yoon. Wang Shizhuan and Lee Ji-eun are currently in tied third with 5 under. Lim Jin-yong with 4 under and tied fifth. Remember, this is a 3-day event, and we've had high scores in this event. Normally it picks up big time on the second day. We'll have to be seen what happens here, as we progress through it. So stay with us, don't go anywhere as the action continues right here at the Birch Hill Golf Club. It's been a very, very interesting one at this Yongpyong resort. And remember, the resort comprises 2 nines and the Birch and the Hill, which is what we've been looking at. Hill on the out, the Birch on the in. Stay with us. Kim Shi-yoon needs to get out of a sea of red. I wonder whether that's the camera filter or just the angle, but well, here she is. Second stroke on hole 10 as she gets out of the beach. It's a long stretch of sand if you ask me. I do believe it could have been the camera angle, because normally sand bunkers aren't really tinted or colored. They're always... Having said that, I really got to find out. I'm very intrigued. Yu Seo-yeon. Seo-yeon is onto a second stroke for hole 11. She's going in with the 9-9. Well, get yourself onto the carpet area, and that's always going to be a good thing. Choi Jung-won will tee off for hole number 12. Just what was needed, you would believe. That ball's going to crawl away. We will go next. That's a third effort for hole 10. Yu Seo-yeon aiming for birdie, and that's just narrowly, very, very narrowly missed out for her. She would have definitely loved to have got it a bit closer. That's a very, very good approach shot, just what was needed, I would believe, at this point of time. And that flagstick is certainly bending over. It's going to get spondylosis very soon. And that just tells you that the weather conditions have changed a little bit. I did mention this, there's been cloudy skies, wind speeds are about 2.1. Surprisingly, wind speeds at 1.6, but it looks a lot windier than that. 17 degrees temperature, that's pretty much still held. No rainfall, and that's a good thing. You know, we always... There's one thing that none of us want to see. I'm not even going to say it. That slipped in at the right moment. Consecutive birdies will always be a good thing. Choi Jung-won aiming for birdie on hole number 12. Jenny Sung aims for birdie, and that slipped out too. Eugene. Meanwhile, here's Ryo Sung-wi aiming for birdie on hole 10. Very confident putt there, just the right amount of push that was needed. She's been very focused, and I think that that's really going to hold her in good stead in today's event. Not too many mistakes, has kept it very, very basic, very orthodox in her approach in this very event. But Lee So-young will aim for birdie now. Jo has a chance for birdie on hole 9. She's at a 2 under currently. It's important for her to finish well. Very well played. Just a bit of hydration. And that always serves well. Don't forget, they often hand out, well, the hydration to all the drinks to fans as well. And Choi Jung-won will have to bogey the 12th hole, which means she's going to drop to a 1 under. Consecutive bogeys in there on the 11th and the 12th. Kim Shi-yoon aiming for birdie on hole 10. Well, that ball just seemed to leap forward, didn't it? Well, that's actually our... it's a stream, so don't take it seriously. Kim Shi-yoon's had a bit of a mixed bag. She's gone about her business in a very organized manner, more or less, but she's had a few worries here and there. And while Kim Min-ju will aim for birdie on hole 11. And she'll have to keep it on par here. Chan Chen Xian will tee off for hole 12.
야, 머리. 그러지 마. 그만.
Seo Yeon teeing off for hole 12. It's been an interesting ride for her as well. Ryu Seung-hui teeing off for hole 11. It's a par 4 for the asking. She's currently on a 5 under, which is a very, very steady score. Chun Yu-sung teeing off for hole 11. It's well played by her. Kim Shi-yoon to tee off next for hole 11. It's got to be interesting for her to get this through. Keep in mind the fact that the prize money here is 1 billion Korean won. .238 meters to carry, 7 meters to curve. I think she's got herself into the rough there. So 180 million Korean won is what the winner will take home in this event, which is 116,585 US dollars, which is very, very well interesting. The runner-up takes home 110,000 Korean won. Is about 71,246 US dollars. So Young will now go on to a second effort for hole 13. And the second runner-up takes home 80 million Korean won. That's 51,821 USD. Seo Yeon aiming for birdie on hole 12. Choi Jung-won aiming for birdie here. I think she'll be very happy with that effort. Well, just what was needed, and that smile on her face will say it all. Meanwhile, Han Jun-seon will go next. Chun Yi-sung on to a second effort for hole 11. Yoo Soo-yeon will need to finish this on par to keep that 7 under intact. Remember, she's right tied first at the top. And yes, she will stay, well, in tied first. Remember, she's still got the chance to finish at the top of the heap today. It's been a very, very, well, positive performance from her. Yoo Seung-woo, meanwhile, gone on to her second effort. Very nicely played by Bang Shin-sil. Kim Shi-yoon needed to get out of that spot where she was stuck. I think she's just about done that well. Always love it when you see, you know, the tournament, well, title year and floating on the water. Tee off for hole number 13 by Seo-yeon. So Seo-yeon too is through hole 12. She's still tied on 7 under with Kim Min-sol, but a chance to upscale that. Wang Si-shuan, Lee Ji-yoon, and Roh Seung-woo tied third with 5 under. Lim Jin-young, Lim Hee-jung, and Jung Yun-soo are in tied 6th with 4 under. Right here at the Mona, Yongpyong being played at the Birchill Country Club. You've also got Ko Ji-yu, Lee So-young, Han Jin-seon and Lee Ga-young in tied 6th. It's good to see Lee Ga-young in there. So stay with us, don't go anywhere as the action continues in the McCol Mona Yongpyong Open. It's going to be a very, very interesting day because the scores are beginning to come in, but they're not as flamboyant as they were last year. And that has to do a little bit with the wind chill, the conditions. But it's day 2 normally when all the golfers begin to flourish and find those gold streaks. Well, pretty skies here. It's nice and blue, and since it was cloudy and not too sunny, well, it has been quite interesting, the entire scenario here. Kim Si-yoon will look to finish on par for hole 11. And that's nicely finished by her. Han Jin-seon, it's going to be her second effort for hole 13.
됐어, 좋아. 좋아. 굿샷.
Yoosung Ri will aim for birdie on hole number 11. And I think that's the first time she's actually just narrowly missed out. She's been very confident with her putts. I don't think it would really matter too much as long as she can still, well, pull that together. That's exactly what she's done. So she'd still keep her score intact, and I think that that's the crux of the matter for her. Long Sil. This is what she does. She normally comes in with a few odd strokes here and there, and then will aim for eagle on hole number 10. 12.1 meters would be wonderful to see her finish that. Needed all the encouragement there from the fans. And it's a good start for her on the out after all those bogeys in there on, it's a good start for on the in after all those bogeys on the out. Si-yoon now, second stroke for hole 13.
붙었어. 안돼 들어가면 안돼.
Sung looking to finish on par for hole 11. And that's the victory lap for her. I think she'd be really happy about that. Lee So-young aiming for birdie on hole 14. That's narrowly skipped past the destination, but she can clean it up fairly easy. Don't think she'll have to sweat too much for that. Oh, what a narrow miss, Yoo Hyun-jo. Perfectly crafted putt there. Just a narrow miss for her.
알려드릴까요?
아니 괜찮아요. 감사합니다.
감사합니다.
모두가 가져. 어?
64, 65. Hydration for the fans here. Family, friends, and fans have turned up. So Yon aiming for birdie on hole 13. Yongpyong will tee off for hole 12. Very well played by her. Sung meanwhile will tee off for hole 12, 163 meters that she's looking at, a par 3 for the asking. She's been in good stead so far. Another very well played effort by her. Kim Shi-yoon will use the 5-iron as she tees off for hole 12. It's a par 3 that she's looking at. Yoon needs to finish this on par for hole 13. As long as she keeps a clean sheet from here on, doesn't really make too many mistakes, she'll still be in good stead. It's well played by her. And hole number 11, aiming for birdie, is Yoo Hyun Jo. She had such a narrow miss on the previous hole, and this time as well. Han Jun-seon will tee off for hole number 14. So Yeon teeing off for hole 14. Well, down the slope, halfway across to the beach, but that ball, of course, will stop short, which means it's a good thing. As long as you don't hit the sandbox, you still keep yourself above the waters. That should work well. Just a narrow miss there. So Young, 106 meters to cover on the second effort for hole 15. Seung-hui. We just had a bit too much of a push, I think. That ball could have curved into the tin cup, but stretched it a little bit further. So Yeon on a second effort for hole 14. And that double bogey, of course, will take her to a 2 over. Kim Si-yoon, well, just going through the motions here. Started off very well. She's had a few problems, going through the last couple of challenges. Yoo Hyun Jo, meanwhile, aiming to finish on par. I think she'll be happy about that for the time being. So Han Jin-seon will go next.
아빠랑 좀 탔나 보다. 없는 줄 알았네.
Meanwhile, Chun Yi-sung aims for birdie on hole number 12. She'll be happy to keep it to a fairly easy approach. Kim In-sun looking to finish on par for hole 11. It's well played. Meanwhile, here's Chun Yi-sung. Needs to finish on par. That's exactly what she does. Hyojin. Second effort for hole 14, 60 meters to travel. And that's unbelievable. She can't believe that. Well, she's had a few moments here today, but this has got to be her happiest. And if you can land an eagle, what a joy it's always going to be. Straight up in the air. 2 bounces and it just crawled in, and she just can't believe that. Well, talk about a bit of joy here. Well, absolutely marvelous. She's definitely going to collect that ball. That ball's going to stay with her for a long time, no doubt about it. It's a stunning play. An eagle on 14 takes her to a 5 under, and Yang Hyojin is one happy camper. She's had 3 birdies on the out. And now an eagle on the in. And that smile says it all. And while the flagstick dances in the wind, tempting Ryo Seung-hui to finish on par here on hole 12, she's got to keep it steady, and that's what she does. Kim In-sol with 7 under in tied first. Yoo So-yeon is, of course, on 7 under as well. She's got 5 holes to play for. Wang Zixuan, Lee Ji-yoon, and Hang Hyojin, along with Ryo Seung-hui, tied third with 5 under. Lim Jin-young and Lim Hee-jong with tied 7th with 4 under. And that's a very interesting equation when you think about it, because Jung Yun-so, Han Jin-seon, Ko Ji-woo, Lee So-young, and Lee Ga-young are in tied 7th. Han Jin-seon was, of course, and Lim Hee-jong were, tied 3rd last year. Yoo Hyun Jo was in 2nd position. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they perform here today. But Han Jin-seon and Lim Hee-jong are doing well, especially Lim Hee-jong.
잘 왔어.
So that bogey for So-yeon dragging her down to 6 under, and she'll have to work harder to get back up to the top. Tin Sung onto a second stroke for hole number 13. And a few bits and bobs here for our golfers really who are trying to make the cut, trying to make things a bit different. Joe goes next. Should be happy to clean that up nicely. Yu Sun Yu. Choi Rim onto a third stroke for hole 18, would like to finish off her day well. Oh, that is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic, and today the Eagles have been in flight all over. They certainly have been in flight. Spread your wings and go, girls. Well, that's what we're going to say. And just look at that. Now, you don't see that happening too often. That ball goes really forward, comes all the way back down the slope and lands itself in. And that's got to be a very, very unusual eagle. Not something that you're used to seeing, because normally the eagles will move forward. This one flew backwards. Decided I haven't reached my destination. Let's fly a bit more, a few more flaps, and I'll get back to, well, the tin cup. Seung-hui. That's a second stroke. Placed herself well. June, well, just trying to change things around a little bit after she's had a few worries. Choi Jung-won onto a second stroke for hole 16. Young Hyojin onto a second stroke. Seo Yoon needs to get back to that 7 under. It's a second stroke for hole 15. It's very important for her to get back into the running.
나이스.
Well, that's an absolutely stunning bit of play. Well, that's found its way in as well, so we've been having, this is turning into a bit of a happy hunting ground here. Ryo Seung-hui, well, with 6 under now in tied second. She's done extremely well. Jenny Sung aiming for a birdie. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, that's going to be a ball that's shy of the dock there. So Young, second stroke for hole 16. Wang Chun-sil onto her second for hole 13. Seo Yeon aiming for birdie on hole 15. Narrowly missed. Jin aiming for birdie on hole number 3. It's a narrow miss for her. And I do believe that it's at times like this when, well, our ladies do have to dig deep, try and figure out how to navigate through, well, troubled waters sometimes. Kim Min-joo aiming for birdie on hole 14.
나이스 버디! 김민주 화이팅!
Ryo Seung-gui winning the right to tee off here for hole 14. Remember, she had a birdie on hole 13 and that was very, very well done. Joe, 12.4 meters to cover. Well, almost does it. Fairly well played by her, if you ask me. So Yon looking to finish on par for hole 15. Ryo Seung-gui needs to get out of the cat box on hole 14, and that's exactly what she's going to do. Still aiming for birdie on hole 13. What a narrow miss. And that'll be a finish for her. Hasn't been at the peak of her powers today. And to body language too, Bang Chun-sil, it's just been, well, almost like she's tired. Jin Hee-sung, second effort on hole 14. So Young needs to get out of the beach on hole 16. Seungwi. It's going to be a second effort for hole 14. Oh, that would have been such a lovely finish for her. Choi Jung-won. Kim Shi-yoon aiming for birdie on hole 14. Oh, what a finish. And finally a bit of joy here for her after all those bogeys in there. And I think she'll be glad to just get a little bit of, pressure will lift it from her shoulders. It hasn't been the best day at the office for her, that's for certain. Easy does it, I would believe. Now Lee So-young getting a bogey there on hole 16, and I think she's just struggling a little bit. Chun Hee-sung aiming for birdie on hole 14. It's well played by her. Chun Hee-sung will be happy. Very, very well played. Just what was needed, I would believe, at this point of time. Here's Ryu Seung-hui. Very good opportunity to make it count, and that's exactly what she's done. Chun Hee-sung, 23 underscore. Choi Jung-won will tee off for hole number 17, par 3 for the asking. She's gone in with a 7 iron. There's Han Jin-seon looking for a birdie. She'll have to wait for opportunity. Meanwhile, Ryo Seung-wi gets ready. It's going to be a first time through this course, remember, on this hole. She's got 2 more days to play for by the looks of it. She's looking fairly strong here. Han Jin-seon needs to finish on par for hole 16. Very well played. Choi Jung-won will be keen on finding her way through as well. Young Yoo-jin aims for birdie on hole 16. Ryo Seung-wi. Second effort, her approach for hole 15 will matter. 129 meters. Oh, that is fantastic placement. She set herself up for a birdie, and this could also mean that Ryo Seung-wi could very well stay right there in the running at the top. Chun Sung decides to go next.
있나? 내리네?
네.
42.
오케이.
Lee Young,
자, 저거.
second effort on hole 17.
맛있다고?
나쁘지 않네, 그것도.
틀렸나? 응, 엄마.
A bit of concentration and a bit of focus will see you through. But it's all going to matter as to how you're going to pick it up here. Once again, let's remind you that this is the McCol Mona Yongpyong Open being played right here at the Birch Hill Golf Club in Yongpyong at the Yongpyong Resort. Yu Hyun Jo onto approach shot for hole 14. She was runner-up last year with a 21 under. And this year, well, getting closer, that is absolutely terrific placement on the green from her. The Birch Hill Golf Club layout comprises 2 nines, the Birch and the Hill, 18-hole setup regarded as a premier course, and a marvelous 45-hole facility which features ski slopes and a water park too. This was designed by architect Ron Freeman, and it sticks within a winter sports resort in the Taebaek Mountains. The Taebaek Mountain range is dominated by Mount Balwangsan, and the Birch Hill Resort has a luxurious golf experience. A very, very pure air, I can tell you that, because you know, you want to get out of the booth every now and then and really breathe in really fine turf conditions, pretty golfing visuals, set in the mountains at about 500 meters above sea level. Choi Jung-won looking to finish on par for hole 17 to keep that 4 under intact. Interestingly, if you look at the design of this course, while Choi Jung-won finishes, it's a sea of bunkers and they flow like a cascade. And the uphill par 5, the 18th, requires a heroic approach, shot over the bunkers. It's a complex one. Birch Hill is a solid enough, course. And very, very pretty. So Kim Min-sol will maintain her spot at the top with 7 under. Seo-yeon has to do better. She's got 2 holes left to get back to the top. She's currently in tied second with Yang Hyo-jin. And it will be interesting to see if she can really, perform to the best of her ability.
나이스 버디.
아유, 아깝다. 아유, 아깝다. 나이스 버디!
이거 우리 위에. 아빠랑 좀 가야 되지 않나?
바닥 바꾸면 될게.
Ryo Seung-hui will tee off for hole number 16. She's currently joint leader with 7 under. It's been a very, very steady climb for her. $207, just a 3-meter toe. She's kept it fairly straight. Very, very interesting play from Ryo Seung-hui today. And I think she'll be fairly happy with her efforts. Choi Jung-won has to travel 254 meters. Kept herself on the fairways. She's currently with the 4 under. I think she'll be happy about that for the time being. Could have tied in at first with the 7 under, but Yang Hyo Jin will keep it to 6 under to stay in, well, second. She had a fantastic eagle that really, her performance has been absolutely phenomenal here today. Beautiful scenic view. Always love it when you have a chance like this. Jenny Sung going next. It's nicely played by her. Agreed to go next. She's currently, well, the joint leader there with 7 under on to hole number 16. Here's Soyeon. Second effort for hole 17. Yoo Hyun Jo, second effort for hole 15. So Young looking to finish off her day, her approach shot for hole 18. Kim In-sun onto her second for hole 15 as well. And just inside the carpet, I think that'll work well. Jenny Sung And that's well played. Hat-trick of birdies there for Jun Ye-sung. She's moved up to a 5 under. Extremely well played by her. Wei aiming for birdie on hole number 16. That's nicely done by her. That is absolutely stunning work by Yoo Hyun-jo, who's now moved up to 3 under, 3 birdies in there. She's just kept it very clean, 3 more holes to play for. And while the waters flow, Choi Jung-won will aim for birdie here. So Choi Jung-won finishes on a positive 34 on the in and a 5 under score. Should be very happy about that. There's always going to be a bit of joy, and there's always going to be a bit of, well, worries as far as, well, the golfers are concerned. But Kim Si-yoon has really had to, well, struggle through the motions here today. And I think she's, well, tried to, well, keep it together most often. Wei gauging the situation. It's going to be important for her. So Young will finish off at 34 on the in. She's had a bogey on both sides, on the out and the in, but a 4-under score. We'll see her back tomorrow, that's for certain. Remember, a lot of the golfers will get trimmed off in this event faster than normally the 4-day events are. And if you just look at the field itself, and you'll realize 132 golfers in the fray for this event, 125 who are qualifiers, and 7 invitees. So it's quite a tall order. Left to be seen what happens, as we cruise along with the event tomorrow. Temperatures moved up by 2 degrees to 19 degrees Celsius. Wind speeds are fast, and you can see the leaves rustling. It's about 3.5 miles now. Cloudy skies continue at the venue. Johnny Sung will go next. She tees off for hole number 17. Gets a good bit of a whip on that. Wei teeing off for hole number 17. Han Sion currently on the 3-under. It's approach shot for hole 18. Nicely played straight onto the green. That's going to crawl back. Remember, we had an eagle very similar to that kind of movement. Ryo Seung-hui is the new leader with 8 under, while Seo Yeon has joined Kim Min-sol back again with that 7 under, but they are tied second. Ryo Seung-hui has 2 more holes to play for. It's very interesting because she has emerged as one of the front runners here. So getting right ahead here now with Shin Yi-sung as she aims for birdie on hole number 17. And that's just slipped out at the wrong time. Don't think she was expecting that. And that's nicely played. Seo Yeon needs to get out of the beach. She needs to maintain that 7 under at all costs. Meanwhile, Hyo Seung-hui has embarked on her own. Remember, she's currently the leader. She's done exceptionally well and had a serious look on her face right through, but she's got a smile for the last 3 holes. So I've got to say, she's been really excited about well, how things have progressed here. Nicely played as well. So Sirion will stay in the running. She will be back tomorrow, and she can, of course, uplift her performance. Left to be seen how she does. Meanwhile, Yoo Hyun Jo is on to a second effort for hole number 16. We are drawing towards the close of well, day 1. In case I haven't introduced myself, my name is Glenn Mascarenas. I'm going to be with you right through till the end of day 3. And it will be interesting to see how well things really play out. Young Hyo-jin aiming for birdie on hole number 18. And, well, that's the most girl-like expression you will ever see. But Young Hyo-jin finishes with 6 under, 33 on the out, 33 on the in. She's had an eagle in there as well on the in, so it's a very, very good score for her, and she's a happy camper here. Han Jin-seon aiming for birdie. So Han Jin-seon finishes with 34 on the out, 34 on the in, and a 4 under, 5 birdies, and a bogey in there. Chun Sung on the last stretch here, hole 18, 483 meters to cover. It's a par 5 that we're looking at. Meanwhile, Hyo Seung-hui gets ready for her last World Challenges. And by that, of course, we do mean the last few holes to cover on hole 18. She's currently the leader with 8 under. What can she do here? It'll be interesting to see this. Kim Chi-yoon powers that through nicely. Jo aiming for birdie on hole number 16. It's a third effort. Will be interesting to see how she performs. 11.7 meters to cover. Oh, that was beautifully done. Just a Cuban for her. Ryo Seung-hui still at the top of the heap there with that 8 under. Kim Min-sol with 7 under. Young Hyo-jin with 6 under. Yoo Seo-yeon with 6 under. Young Hyo-jin and Seo-yeon are tied third. Kim Min-sol has moved up to that second position, and it's very interesting to see how she performs. own shots are always welcome, more than anything else. We always look forward to them. Jenny Sung onto a second stroke for hole 18. 262 meters to cover. She's on a 5 under currently. Kim and Ju aiming for birdie on hole 18. And she'll have to keep it to an even score here. Kim Min-ju has 35 on the out, 35 on the in, a 2 under score. Well, just had a couple of bogeys in there that really marred her performance, but otherwise it's been a good one for her. Liu Xingwei, meanwhile, needs to keep herself on the fairways with that second effort. Very well played so far. Kim Shi-yoon, well, did try and crawl her way back, and I think she's done fairly well here. She's currently with the 2 over on hole 18. It hasn't been as bad as she thought it was going to be. And remember her dismal look on the face, but she did, of course, turn that around later.
Thank you.
Yoo Hyun-jo currently on 3 under. So just looking at, well, some of the players in focus on hole 13. It was Choi Jung-won on her approach shot. And absolutely marvelous from her. She placed that right, well, onto the green itself. Hole 15, Kim Seo-yoon. Well, some of our stars certainly gave us a few good moments there today, but most of them really looking at making the cut. So Jin Sung, it's going to be a third effort for hole 18. And she'd like to finish on a positive note as well. Well, most of her golfers would. Wee with her approach for hole 18. Now she'd like to finish off with a 9 under. Left to be seen whether she can achieve that here today. Well, that's decently played, but it's just going to travel a bit from the flagstick. She's still got a good chance, but it's going to be, well, an upward climb for her to nail that birdie. Kim Shi-yoon with her approach for hole 18. And that's the problem with, well, you either landed in front of the flagstick or you actually landed beyond the tin cup, because it's going to roll back, and it depends on how fast and hard it hits the surface. And that, of course, will carry it back. But Kim Shi-yoon has done fairly well for most part today. You know, she's kept her temperament. There's been a bit of disappointment for her. She's had to struggle a bit, but more or less she's actually kept it easy. Bong Sun-sil looking to finish with a birdie on hole 17, and she'll have to keep it to an even score as well. Yu Hyun-jo looking for a birdie on hole 17. And she'll have to finish with an even score. So Jin Sung will aim for birdie on hole number 18. She'd like to finish this on a very, very positive note, and it's left to be seen whether she can cut through that. Well, it's well played by her. Kim Shi-yoon looking to finish with a birdie on hole 18. Would be a good way for her to end the day after she's had her struggles. And that's gone just a tad bit away from the hole. And that's nicely done by her. She'll finish with an on par, 39 on the out, 35 on the out, 39 on the in, 2 over her score. It's been a very, very challenging one for her, and she will soak it in, but right now we still have a few front runners in there, and the leader of the pack currently, Ryo Seung-wi. I did say this, she missed out on the Heaven Masters contest last week, and she was a winner with that last year, and I'm sure she'd like to get back to winning ways. She hasn't picked up a win in the KLPGA this year. Having said that, we're still pretty much at the midway point, so there's a lot of tournaments still to go, but I think it's going to be interesting to see how she performs here. That's perfectly played, and she's definitely been the pick of the golfers today. Ryo Seung-wi finishes with 9 under, 32 on the out, 31 on the in, and she's had 9 birdies in there. Absolutely marvelous performance from her. Stunning play as she leads the way now with a 9 under score. And that'll be a good finish for Junhee Sung as well with 5 under. She's had a hat-trick of birdies on 14, 15 and 16, 34 on the out, 33 on the in. She'll be happy with the performance, and she'll be back tomorrow. So that was pretty much, play for today. It's been a very, very interesting one, and I do hope you've enjoyed our coverage of it. Ryo Seung-wi finishing as a surprise, leader at the top of the heap with 9 under and 63 points. Kim Min-sol in second with 7 under, and Yang Hyo-jin and Yoo Seo-yeon, of course, finishing with tied third and 6 under. Wang Zixuan, Junhee Sung, Lee Ji-yoon, and Choi Young-won, of course, following suit. Lee Ga-young, Moon Jong-min, and Bai So-yoon in tied fifth with 5 under, while Lim Hee-jong is still in there along with Han Jin-seo, and they were, in the top 3 last year, so we'll see them perform here as well tomorrow. Jaravi Boonchon didn't perform too well. She had picked up just 2 under, but you never know on day 2. Well, a lot of these golfers will be trimmed off. Where we started with 132, and then on the last day, of course, it'll be just the cream of the crop. So thank you so much, for sharing the action with us right here at the course, and we were coming at you live from the Birch Hill, a golf club and resort in Yongpyong. This is the McCol Mona Yongpyong Open. My name is Glenn Mascarenas, and I'll be back with you tomorrow for round 2. Bye bye for now.